Hi tech audience, in this video I am going to compare the Oppo Find X3 Pro with the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Hope you will find this video helpful. Make sure to subscribe this channel so you never miss any new video from tech audience. Weight: Find X3 Pro 190 grams, Galaxy S21 Ultra 227 grams. Protection: the Find X3 Pro uses Gorilla Glass Victus and S21 Ultra also uses Gorilla Glass Victus. SIM slots: the Find X3 Pro and the Galaxy S21 Ultra, both devices have dual SIM slots. IP rating: the Find X3 Pro and Galaxy S21 Ultra, both devices have IP68 water and dust certified. Display type: the Find X3 Pro has Super AMOLED panel while the S21 Ultra has the Dynamic AMOLED panel. Display size: the Find X3 Pro has a 6.7 inches display while the Galaxy S21 Ultra has a 6.8 inches display. Resolution: the Find X3 Pro has 1440 by 3216 pixels while the S21 Ultra has 1440 by 3200 pixels. Display features: the Find X3 Pro and the S21 Ultra both have HDR10 Plus support, both have 120Hz display, 526 ppi. Find X3 Pro 515 ppi, S21 Ultra 91.2% screen, Find X3 Pro 89.8% screen, S21 Ultra 1200 nits of peak brightness, Find X3 Pro and 1500 nits of peak brightness, S21 Ultra. Operating system: the Find X3 Pro and S21 Ultra, both devices is running on Android 11 out of the box. Chipset: both devices have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 while S21 Ultra has the Exynos variant as well. Selfie camera: the Oppo Find X3 Pro has 32 megapixels of selfie camera while the Galaxy S21 Ultra has a 40 megapixels of selfie camera. 1080p up to 30 frames per second record on Find X3 Pro while 4K up to 30 frames per second record on S21 Ultra. Rear cameras: the Oppo Find X3 Pro has a quad camera setup on the back, 50 megapixels of primary lens with f1.7 aperture, 13 megapixel periscope telephoto with f3.0 aperture, 50 megapixels of ultra wide with f2.2 aperture and 3 megapixels of macro. On the other hand, the S21 Ultra has also a quad camera setup on the back, 108 megapixel of primary lens with f1.8 aperture, 10 megapixel of periscope telephoto with f4.9 aperture, 10 megapixel of another telephoto with f2.4 aperture, and 12 megapixel of ultra wide with f2.2 aperture. Recording: on the rear camera, Find X3 Pro record 4K up to 60 frames per second while S21 Ultra record 8K up to 24 frames per second on the rear cameras. Speakers: the Oppo Find X3 Pro and S21 Ultra, both devices have stereo speakers. Headphone jack: the Oppo Find X3 Pro and S21 Ultra, both devices have no headphone jack. Sensors: the Oppo Find X3 Pro has under display optical sensor while the S21 Ultra has under display ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. Battery: the Find X3 Pro has 4500 mAh battery while the S21 Ultra has 5000 mAh battery. Fast charge: the Find X3 Pro supports 60 pipe while the S21 Ultra supports 25 watt fast charge. Network: the Find X3 Pro and S21 Ultra, both devices have 5G network support. Price: the Find X3 Pro expected to launch at $1299 while the S21 Ultra also launch at $1299. RAM: the Find X3 Pro has 12 gigs RAM while the S21 Ultra has 12 gigs and 16 gigs of RAM. Storage: the Find X3 Pro has 256 gigs, 512 gigs while the S21 Ultra 128 gigs, 256 gigs and 512 gigs. So that's it for you in this video. Hope you like this video. If you do, make sure to subscribe this channel so you never miss any new video from tech audience. Share with your friends, and as always, I'll catch you in the very next video. Take care.